I love Spyro the Dragon.
Who the fuck is that?
Look at that guy.
A Nork.
We're gonna start a new file with this bad boy.
There's one with just
All right,
one
I
dragon.
know nothing about the funny dragon other than that he's purple.
This game is good.
And he
Every
fly.
game that this franchise had in the first 3 games is good.
And then Enter the Dragonfly happened, from what I understand.
Yeah, Enter the Dragonfly was shit. Oh! Dude, Boom's in the shot.
See, this is what happens when you like take the matte plate of the film and release that without cropping the top and bottom. You see those like edits on YouTube where like they take the original film reels.
No, I haven't actually. Is that a thing?
There's like an amateur community of like people who've been trying to like preserve films as their like original theatrical state. So they'll get the old film reels from the theaters and they'll like scan them in. So you get like basically the original, before it got converted, to DVD and stuff.
Yeah.
They do it for like a lot of old, movies that were shot on film in like the 90s and early 2000s. Before everything kind of went digital. So it's a way you can watch like Spider-Man in 4:3. Because it's the original film reels before they matte the top and bottom.
Yeah.
And it's really cool, except you'll notice like a boom mic or something you're not supposed to see that's in the shot because they knew it was gonna get cropped later.
That's so interesting.
That is funny to think about.
It's also, there's a very good, I mentioned Noodle a lot, but there's a very good Noodle video about the Matrix in this process, because it is basically him going on a schizo rant trying to figure out what green the Matrix was supposed to be.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
didn't mention this.
It was either you or James. I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, basically, like the whole premise of the video is the fact that the Matrix is very green. We all know this.
Yes.
But how green and what green is the question. There was a lot of people online who Noodle specifically calls penis heads. That were
out of context. It's crazy.
These are the people that would go on Twitter and claim that the Matrix was never green. We all just hallucinated it because some clips of like the original film reel, went online because people scanned them, and there are some shots that are significantly less green. So people are like, see, Matrix was never green, but then there are other shots. It's like, no, it was definitely supposed to be green, but it did get greener with every re-release.
The greener cut.
Because the DVD is very warm hue-wise and green, and then the Blu-rays got even greener. The green ray was really
turned on the green ray.
Yeah, the green ray was very green, and then there's the fan scan, and then there's the 4K Ultra HD, which apparently was said to be so accurate that it's more accurate than the theatrical release, which I don't know how that's fucking possible.
How does that work?
That is questionable.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how you get more. This is like saying, oh, we're recreating the Mona Lisa and it's more accurate than the original Mona Lisa. How the fuck does that work?
That's a fair
I love that
point.
we're comparing the Matrix to the Mona Lisa. It is art.
Yeah, art is art. And then they made Speed Racer.
Oh my god, we were just talking about that.
I've never seen
because it got re-released.
Yeah, I've never seen the Wachowski Speed Racer, but everyone who talks about it like the second coming. So like maybe I should.
It is a pretty good movie. It's really fun. They re-released it in IMAX. I think they're re-releasing it on like 4K digital as well. So I am curious what it looks like now, because that movie was colorful as hell.
Well, yeah, it was very. I remember just even from what I have seen, it looks like what would happen if it's like if a Robert Rodriguez movie had a budget. It's basically
that is pretty much what it was. Yeah,
and I mean that as a compliment.
Oh yeah,
that's fair.
What's the name of that company again?
Dimension, right?
Is that what it is with the little shit-eating grin kid?
Or is it Troublemaker?
Troublemaker, that's what it is.
Which is crazy. So yeah, the video is Noodle going on a schizo rant, trying to figure it out. And it's my favorite bit in that entire, I might have mentioned it before, but my favorite bit in that entire video is at the end when about halfway through, he finds the fan edit. Like the fan scan, and he's like, okay, well here, clear cut. I'm trying to figure out what it looked like in the theater. This is literally what shown in the theaters. We solved our mystery, right? No, because well, first of all, there were multiple different companies that produced the film reels, and each one of them could have had a slightly different photochemical process, which could have led to slightly different color balance between all the between different theaters. Also, the Matrix came out in 1999. That was like 25 years ago. Film degrades over time. Film degrades over time. The physical film reels, shrink over time, and the color shifts. God does his own color pass, and he's wrong.
God does his own color pass and he's wrong. That's so funny.
That's my favorite quote from the video.
That is a crazy quote.
Oh my god, that is funny as hell.
You know, so I find color grading in general is fascinating. Like, I love how like I'm looking at like a game like this, which is very, very bright and colorful. Is this all like the hub area at the start? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
This is just the hub. I'm just getting all the gems.
Okay, I was gonna say, because this doesn't look like a level.
It's not.
Yeah, no, I was saying about color grading, because like looking at this is like very, very bright and colorful and very, very appealing. Like, this is aged very well, I think.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. And the remakes that they did, like Toys for Bob's remakes, like did it entirely justice.
Yeah, I like the way those look.
Yeah.
It's funny because I love how circular things are, because thinking of the Matrix being green and how like people are nostalgic for piss filters now.
Yeah.
I like
I do not miss that era at all.
the piss filter worked when it's done effectively. It depends on the game. It entirely depends on the game. Like, I think when I think of iconic piss filter games, I think like Resident Evil 4, like the classic, where that game is more of a shit filter because it's very brown.
Yeah,
it's a very brown game. But
filter.
I think of like GTA 4 or in like Need for Speed Most Wanted is like pure piss filter games, like early 2000s,
right, yeah.
Gears of War, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
Gotta love piss or shit filter or even dirt filter.
Dirt filter.
It's kind of funny because one of my favorite examples is actually recently. So when the Snake Eater remake came out, MGS3, the original, has a very strong piss filter. It's more of a green filter. It's a very green game, kind of like the Matrix.
Look at him pull it back.
But wait.
Because most of like 90% of the game is set in the jungle.
Yeah.
Because that's like the whole gimmick of that game.
The sky is fucking green.
The sky is green and the ground is blue.
And the people are green.
The people are green.
This is an alien game.
So there was some
greenhouse gases are a bitch.
Yeah, greenhouse gases.
Yeah, so some people complained when the remake was announced because when they started showing it off, they got rid of the piss filter. It's the game is not as green. It's honestly a lot more blue shifted. Where it's more naturalistic. Like, the lighting is a lot more naturalistic. It's less monochromatic. But Konami actually did something really cool, where you know how like games like you think of like Naughty Dog games, they have will have like filters you can turn on in the options menu.
Yeah.
Sure.
MGS Delta is no exception, except it has a filter in the settings you can toggle on called the Legacy filter, which restores the game's piss filter.
I remember you mentioning.
I did mention that. Yeah, it looks great though, because it isn't just like a green tint that's put over the entire game. The filter actually dynamically changes from area to area and from cutscene to cutscene to reflect the original game's color grading.
Oh, nice.
So like it's not perfect 1-to-1 as what the original looked like color wise, but it's pretty damn close, and it fits the vibe of the original super well. So that's an example of like piss filter done right. Twilight Princess, that's the other big piss filter game.
Yes.
You know what they say. Green boons, green spoons, green steaks, green pancakes. Oh, that's a Joey Valentin Bray reference.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
That means green eggs and ham. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of like other games that did piss filter okay. MGS4 has a bit of a piss filter too, but I felt that game also I think uses it well because it kind of reflects the state of the world, because the game was kind of that game is less piss. That's more like yellow and more yellow, more of a Breaking Bad Mexico situation or
Arizona.
Yeah.
Man, okay.
That's a wall.
The fucking powers that be didn't want me to break the level geometry.
Not it. I'm the invisible wall.
Not that much fun.
Oh my God. What else? What else did the piss filter? Imagine if Spyro had a piss filter.
Super Smash Brothers Brawl makes me cry.
Okay, yeah, because that's less of a piss filter, but that is following the 7th gen trend of everything having a muted color palette and being very gritty, because that was also a thing at the same time.
That is true.
I really, really did not miss that era. I remember when like New Super Mario Brothers Wii came out, and I was like, oh my god, the world has color again.
It was definitely overdone.
Yay.
There is something about it that I find kind of charming about that overly edgy, you know, Twilight Princess era of everything has to be brown and gray and super fucking detailed and super fucking detailed.
Yeah. I want to see Mario's pores.
To be fair, I think the way like Smash 4 and then later Ultimate went about it was a lot smarter, because I kind of like the approach where they're like, okay, how do we make all of these different characters look correct when they're next to each other?
Oh,
even
yeah.
though they come in completely different art styles. And I love it's so simple, but it makes so much sense, where their solution was for every character, the super cartoony and simple characters get a lot more detail, and the super realistic non-cartoony characters get less detail and get more cartoony.
Yeah.
So it levels everyone out.
It was very clever. That was a very good idea.
Like, so like, you know, Snake and Bayonetta and those characters are made a little bit more cartoony, but then you have, you know, they'll put texture on Pac-Man's gloves, and they'll give him, and you'll be able to count the denim strands on Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
And it kind of like it makes everything kind of level out.
Yeah, it balanced it. It was really good.
It's very cool, but also stop it.
Yeah, art direction.
Art directed.
Man,
Well, that's good art direction.
I
though.
do like when direction is in art.
Yeah,
But that is good art direction.
I like it
though.
when art has direction, as opposed to the direction being number go up.
There's been so many games this is also why I'm glad indies pick up the slack with that these days, because like it's definitely one of those like fine, I'll do it myself moments of like, you know, if games won't have style, we'll bring the style back.
Yeah, and it's
so nice to see, like, you know, games like fucking Bomb Rush, right? Which like the style in that is fucking awesome. It's so well done. And then like
so good.
You know, even games like Celeste or even Shovel Knight, like those games have like a really, really good aesthetic, like Shovel Knight mimicking almost like a NES, like DuckTales.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like art direction is it's one of those things where it's like it's so easily neglected just in the favor of just trying to make things as high fidelity as possible. But it's like it's one of the things where it doesn't have to be one way or the other either. Because like you can have stuff that's high fidelity and have a strong art direction. Sorry, excuse me.
Sorry, I really had to get that out.
No, but I feel like oftentimes like they will try to push for high fidelity in place of having a strong art direction.
Yeah.
But it's like really
dumb.
Like high fidelity, you can have stuff that's like really high fidelity and realistic and have that work in terms of an art direction, but you have to have an art direction.
Let me give you an example of something that pisses me off. A game that I think should have had art direction and did not. And then an example of something that did have art direction in the same vein. The Crash and Spyro remake.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, to be fair, as much as I don't agree with how much you hate the way the Insane Trilogy looks, I don't disagree with your argument in principle. Like,
yeah,
I can, as in, like, I don't necessarily see it the same way you do, but I absolutely understand the complaint of feeling like, oh, not as much thought went into how you up-res Crash.
Yeah, I just like, I felt like, you know, with Spyro, and I know it's two different companies, obviously, but I just felt like Spyro just had so much more love and care put into like the art style and put into like everything about those remakes. And I feel like with Crash, like not that there wasn't love involved, but I felt like they just like took the games and were like up-res and then like that was it. And they made him like realistic and gross. I just like really didn't like how he looked in those games. And then Crash 4 came out and I was like, this is what it should have looked like from the fucking start, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that, but like,
I mean, Crash 4 I think looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
I
but a lot of
know-
people
yes.
don't agree with me that that's what the remake should have looked like.
I'm not sure if I agree with you. More in the sense where it's like, it's not that if the remakes look like that, I would think it would be bad. I think it would be really cool. It just wouldn't look like Crash 1, 2, and 3. It would look different, which is
fair. I mean,
like
they
the Insane Trilogy is, to me, aesthetically like a very literal interpretation of Crash 1, 2, and 3 brought to the modern era. And I don't think it looks bad, but definitely there are some considerations that could have been made. There are some times, like the worst thing a game can ever do is look like a default Unreal map.
Yeah, and I think that's my problem. Is like that's what the Insane trilogy looks like to me. Is it just looks like fucking Unity or Unreal, and I'm like
Mario and Unreal. So are you
Focus M.
Are you gonna make the bold claim that the Insane trilogy is the Mario and Unreal of Crash?
Yeah.
Put that on a shirt.
Maybe not that bad, but like
Let it be
saying.
known that Justin said it first.
No, I'll fall on that sword, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna say it's that bad, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like there was not a lot of consideration put into the art direction. I think it's incredibly ugly.
Yeah, I have that feeling about, like, honestly, despite me actually loving this game, I have that similar feeling about, like, Sonic Frontiers.
You know what? That's fair. There was not a lot of art direction.
Well, it's more so like Sonic. I mean, some of the islands fare better than others, but especially the first island, I feel like has a lot of that. Like we dropped a Sonic model in an Unreal map and did not do much else.
Yeah.
Which I'm not accusing Sonic Team of like, you know, ripping Unity assets for their island. I'm sure that there was a lot of art direction and thought that actually went into the way the Starfall Islands look. But it definitely, I feel like there was less, it definitely clashes a bit. Like there's definitely an art style clash in that game where it feels like
goofy blue hedgehog, green overworld.
Where it's like
grass.
It's not that Sonic in an unrealistic setting can't work. I mean, I like the look of the movies. That works.
True.
But I feel like it's the blending that needs work, because it does kind of look like, it definitely looks like the Sonic gameplay, like all the, especially with like the fact that so many of the platforms are just like generic like gray boxing platforms that are just kind of like put on top of the environment kind of haphazardly.
Would you go on record saying as Sonic Frontiers is the Bubsy 3D?
Maybe. But
no, it's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. It definitely feels like the environment was made first by a completely different team, and then they dropped it on the rest of the team's lap and said, "Clear here, put Sonic in here and add Sonic level design on top of it."
It's like J. Jonah saying, "I want Sonic in this level.
Yeah.
I want Sonic running up the walls. I want Sonic clinging to the foreground.
I want Sonic to kiss me real passionately.
Yeah, I want to kiss me on the lips.
I want to see his quill dick.
No, you don't.
How do you know?
Because I've seen it.
Why?
Fan art.
That's not fair.
I've never been of the opinion that like going for like a realistic art style is like,
it's not a bad thing. You just gotta pick your game.
And you gotta like, and there's ways to do realism in the same way like a live action movies. Like live action movies can either look stale or they can look interesting depending on how you like do things like color grading and set design and art direction and stuff like, and character design. Like I think
Take
like
the Sonic movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I think of stuff like the modern God of War games. They're going for a realistic aesthetic, but that world is so imaginative, is so like imaginative and colorful. Despite
it works.
that, it works really well. And even something, you know, I'll go on a limb. I'll say something real. Even something that's like going for like grounded realism. I think the art direction in the Last of Us games is fantastic because like the point is it's going for like something that's grounded and real. But I feel like I've looked at the art books. I see like how much work goes into like how they design like the destroyed cities and stuff, and the way they try to make every character fit the vibe of their environment. It looks cohesive. I think that's the important part.
I mean, the art style needs to be cohesive above anything else. If you're going for realism, that's fine, but make sure that it's cohesive.
Make sure that it's cohesive and that like it still stands out in some way. Like you should
got a lockbox at the beginning of the level.
Like you should be able.
Did I get the key?
Yeah.
Like you should be able to, be like, I shouldn't be able to pick, you know, 5 screenshots from 5 different games and not be able to tell which games they're from. Like in the sense that I should be able to, you know, you could take from 5 different live action movies, different, you know, screenshots out of context. And yeah, you might be able to not be able to exactly tell which ones are from which, but you should be able to tell at least a little bit by like their color grading and you know, shot composition and stuff like that. The point is, have intention. Big number does not equate to intention.
I agree.
Big number does not mean good.
I agree.
So, like here's an example, actually, because I want to get Dan. I want to get your vibes on this.
Okay.
Because you're the resident enjoyer of this series here.
Sure. Yeah.
How do you feel about the way the Oblivion remake looks visually?
Do you even have an opinion on that, Dim?
I don't know. I'm 50-50 because I like played a good chunk of I shouldn't say I played a good chunk of it. I played it for like 2 hours and got bored.
Well, that's just the game.
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit too, like, I love fantasy and like RPG stuff. That is way too heavy on RPG shit for me. But anyway, to go back to the original question, I guess I haven't played enough of the original to know for sure, but I can say that the color-wise, they really focused on making it feel like the original Oblivion. In the way of like, oh, it's a lot of like dark greens, a lot of like browns, a lot of like, you know, like natural colors you'd see in a field somewhere.
Yeah, I was curious, like, because I don't know much about it, but I've heard some mixed opinions. Like some people really liking the way they made the remake look. Some people saying it didn't capture the same type of like life.
See, I wouldn't know for sure because I'm not like as huge of a fan of Oblivion. If we were talking about Morrowind, I've got that shit known like the back of my hand. Same with Skyrim. But you know, Skyrim had its own fucking shit that it had to deal with.
Well, it's got like 10 versions.
It's got no.
Which one should we pick?
No, it has it has 3 versions technically. One being the original that came out in the release.
Yeah.
There's the quote-unquote remastered version, which is just updated textures and light ray tracing. And then the 3rd version with mods. And I bought all of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm a psychopath.
That's fine.
Well, hey, listen, there are certain games that I'll buy a bajillion copies of.
Yeah.
Yep, and I did it with Skyrim.
No matter. I'd like to see how many versions of Snake Eater do I own? Well, technically, I gave you guys my PS3 copy, but
so you're down 1.
I'm down 1, but I have the 3DS version.
That's 1.
Let's see.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to.
And then I have the Master Collection version on 3 different platforms, so I don't know if you multiply that by 3.
I would multiply that by 3.
And then I bought Delta twice because I have it on PS5 and Steam.
Cool. So you have 6 copies of MGS3.
Yeah, then that's not including like I've emulated the original PS2 version.
7. I mean, that one's a 50-50. You don't own a physical copy of it, so.
Yeah. And then, to be fair, there's some games where it feels like dangerous to say like how many I own, like how many versions of like, trying to think of how many versions of like Sonic 1 do you own?
Well, yeah, we'd be here all fucking day if I tried to recount that, but.
That's true.
I mean,
probably,
it's on everything.
It is similar with Skyrim at this point.
I mean, I was gonna even say like I actually own like 4 copies of Earthbound, because I own the original version on SNES. That's like my coup de grace version of it. I have it on the Wii U. I have it on my 3DS, and then I have the Mother 1+2 fan translation cart. Like physically,
and then if they
and I have it on my 3DS. Maybe I said that.
And if they released it again, you would buy it again.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. There you go.
Of course.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the point.
We say this to make Dan feel better about his Skyrim. I mean, most games these days I buy it twice. Once for my computer so I can like have access to it when I'm just on my computer, and then one on console so we can record it.
I'm in the position now where I get them on like maybe one of 2 things, either on Steam or on like the PS5.
Yeah. I bought Kingdom Hearts 3 times.
Yeah.
Because actually I bought all the Kingdom Hearts games 3 times because I bought them on PS4 originally when I was first playing them for the first time. And then when they came to PC for the first time, they were Epic Games exclusives.
Yeah,
so I bought them there, and then I bought them again when they came to Steam, so I could delete the Epic Games Store.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Maybe I should do that.
And I would love to get them on Switch. I would buy them again if they made proper Switch like 2 versions or something. Because my principal stance, I'm not paying money for those fucking cloud versions.
God no.
No, that's fair.
And it's like it's so bullshit because you're telling me that fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth are gonna run flawlessly on Switch 2, but you can't put fucking Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on there.
That is crazy. That is actually insane.
It's like Square Enix, what the fuck are you doing? At least give us something while we wait for Kingdom Hearts 4 to come out in 2035.
No.
No, you get nothing.
Good day, sir.
Here's a fucking t-shirt.
And it's wet.
No, it's been about a year since we got our first update, which was our update was they canceled Missing Link, and then they gave us 7 screenshots.
Great.
Of page 4.
Wow.
That were like super low res. And it's like
Jesus.
Oh,
you fucking dick ass.
And the only thing we got of those 7 screenshots is, ooh, playable Mickey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, playable Mickey is going to be a thing in KH4.
Wow.
Because you see him with his own little HUD in one of the 7 screenshots. They really...
Wow. I wonder if he's going to replace Sora in the team.
Maybe. It's curious because
Dracula.
well, it's curious because like Mickey had his own little mission he was sent on last we left him in the story. So I'm assuming we're catching up with what he's doing. He's basically going to a world called Scala ad Caelum. It's basically
Made that up.
yeah, it's Latin actually.
Bullshit.
Basically, it's the world. It's the world that Xehanort as a child originally, like as a Keyblade trainee originally like learned the Keyblade in.
Oh.
It's where like it's basically like an old abandoned training ground for Keyblade masters.
Oh, that's fun.
And then apparently Mickey is being sent there by Master Yensid as part of the hunt to bring Sora back, because apparently there's clues to whatever Sora's current predicament is there. So apparently that's what Mickey's up to.
It's me.
Thank you for releasing me.
Are you sure? You sure you want that one to be you?
I guess not.
Whoa, it's Thor. That's me, dude. Thank you for releasing me. All right, never mind.
Well, I guess I'm
never mind,
committed
bro.
now.
Never mind, bro.
I guess I'm old. I'm old.
Dude, I can't
I
wait.
love the twang you put on it just now.
By the way,
it's like,
I'm old.
Yeah. Kind of sounds like you were a blues singer.
This is the voice I did when Megan and I played Deltarune.
Nice.
I cannot wait for that to come back.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's place bets.
It's gonna be in the flower shop, guys.
June?
It's gonna happen.
I was thinking release date bets.
Oh, fair.
I'm gonna say July.
October.
Fuck, he might be right. I'm gonna say August because I can't say October now.
Yeah,
We can agree
I
on a-
take it back. September.
Yeah, September was my second bet. Like, it depends, because right now, like, it's done. That's the thing. Like, the chapter's done. It's just in QA right now. It started being QA tested at the start of the month. Toby's basically said all that's left is QA testing, which lasts however long it needs to until they iron out all the bugs.
Yeah.
And then finishing and polishing the Japanese translation. Mm-hmm. And then getting it approved for consoles.
September. I'm gonna say September.
I hope it's not September,
but
but September does seem likely.
Wake me up when September starts, I guess.
Can't say that.
I just
That
did.
song is sad.
I said it before, but it'll be so funny if they end up doing these chapters on a yearly basis. It means chapter 7, the final chapter, will be 10 years after chapter 1. The 10-year game.
I don't like that.
Because 2028 will be 10 years since chapter 1.
My God.
You're saying a lot of things that I don't like right now.
But I mean, there's something kind of poetic about that. The game that took 10 years to come out.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool.
Okay, you know what? I said I was gonna rant about. I'm changing the topic because I don't want to forget about it before I. Okay.
You gotta roll as soon as they get above you.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, piss in my Cheerios.
Before we started
Okay.
recording,
No, please.
Before we started recording, Vera started recounting the horror stories of Dave and Buster's.
Yes, because I worked at Dave & Buster's, and they got sued, and I got money, and I wanted to frame the little thing I got I got the little thing I got from court saying that they got their asses sued. And Justin was gonna go on a rant about arcades in the modern day, and
Yeah,
I said, "Go for it,
they
King."
fucking suck.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
I'm not like the most passionate about arcades ever, but I enjoyed them as a child. Like I know
I love arcades.
Like I know arcades have been on a decline, you know, for the past several decades, because they've been pretty much on a decline ever since the home console market became a thing. But you know, they've always still had their appeal, and they're small, and even in their, you know, with them not being as, you know, prominent as they were in, like, say, like the early 80s, they still were, you know, they were still fun to go to in the early 2000s.
Yeah, they
especially-
still are now. That we have a arcade we go to all the time in the state above us in New Hampshire, and that place is fucking awesome.
Nice. I mean,
Say it like
there's a few like beachside arcades. But here's the thing: like the key trigger of all the arcades I still enjoy that are all the ones that still have like old arcade cabinets in them.
Oh yeah, no, Dan and I, the one it's called Fun Spot. It's in Laconia. It's awesome. We fucking love that place. They have like it's all old shit, and then you go downstairs and it's more new shit. So they have something for everyone.
They
That's
do.
sick.
It's very nice. They're actually considered a arcade museum too at times.
Yeah.
'Cause they actually have like rolling exhibits that come through.
Awesome.
That's very cool.
That's sick, honestly.
No, it is.
Yeah.
We'll have to take you at some point. It's really cool.
Because the thing is, like, I love a lot of old arcade games. I'm not saying every like new arcade road thing is terrible. There's some stuff I like. I like that it's the one thing you see like every Dave and Buster's now. That one Halo Fire Team, whatever it's called, Fire Team Raven, I think, is like it's like a retelling of Halo 1, but as like a rail shooter. As like a but as a 4-player rail shooter. It's a fun time. It's pretty mindless, but like a lot of rail shooters tend to be.
I mean, most arcade games are also kind of mindless.
At this point.
But it's a fun time. I enjoy that Mario Kart one. Like,
Mario Kart Arcade is so fun.
Yeah.
They finally found a way to emulate those. I'm so happy.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank God.
But here's the thing, that's like kind of like it, because here's my biggest problem. So much of modern arcades, like as they've tried to figure out like how do we modernize the arcade? Oh, I know. Every fucking modern arcade is just a casino for children.
Yeah, that's what Dave & Buster's is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always so underwhelmed whenever I go to like a Dave & Buster's or anything, because I'm there to play some cool games, and there might be like 1 or 2 cool games, but so much of it is just so much like ticket munching slop. Like it's like where they're just gambling mini games for children. So you can get like 30 tickets and buy a single Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But you're paying the equivalent of like $8 for like a single Tootsie Roll.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like it's so like I don't want to go on an extreme and call it predatory, but I will.
But I will, and it is.
It is. Like I remember I was so mad. There was one place that like my dad saw, and he's like, hey, I saw there's this arcade nearby. It seems like it's got a lot of business. Why don't we check it out? Because we were out on my dad's boat. It was like Megan and I, like he took us out on it, and we were having a good time. And he's like, hey, do you want to stop at this arcade? It's on the way. I'm like, hey, yeah, that might be fun. So we stopped there. I was so underwhelmed. I was so mad. It was like all just the gambling games.
Aww.
It was like, this is like I said, just casinos for children.
But this one is shaped like Monopoly.
Yeah.
And this one's shaped like fishing.
Yeah, this one takes tokens. It doesn't count.
Like, I'm sorry, it's all different listen, you're never gonna fucking beat like the Big Bass game, all right?
I was gonna say, I was like, what, God. You don't want to pull the handle to spin the wheel, eh?
Like, you're never gonna beat that. That is it. So stop trying to replicate that in different forms.
Pull the handle to spin the wheel.
I like the piano.
Oh, looks like you got 4 tickets there.
It looks like you landed a big one out there. You got 15 tickets there.
Well, it's like, it seems like the only ones that are remotely fun are the ones that are oh my God.
Sorry, just the there's nothing else.
That's what he did. I pressed
Because you so rudely cut him off.
I cut him off, so he's whoa, and then he's just but imagine that's actually all he said, and Spyro's just sitting there like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, no shit.
What kind of advice was that? God, who
the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Yeah. Who needs weed when I'm already this giggly?
Yeah, no shit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, our fucking funny haha token up weed video came out.
Yes, it did.
We didn't even token up, we had edibles, but
Yeah. I gotta watch that video still, because I remember being
I was
nervous
watching
wreck.
it's an hour.
Yeah.
It's so long.
I was watching it. It was fun.
It's funny.
It's funny. It's the whole time. Jesus.
You always say that.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine.
I like inhaled this water incorrectly, so I'm gonna choke for the next 5 seconds. Give me a second.
Yeah. Did you know that if you're water, you choke, you do this, and it clears your airways?
Oh!
You have to make sure your head is up.
I know, I love that video because that video is just me being a little goofy and then just telling Flynn, hey, yo, Flynn, these edibles ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These edibles ain't shit.
These edibles ain't shoom.
It wasn't as like crazy.
That never happened.
Like it wasn't as crazy as he said it was going to be.
Yeah, I think honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, like not to say that we should do more drugs, but I think
guys, not to advocate for more drugs, but we should do more drugs.
But not to advocate for more drugs. I think we needed more. Like I think.
I mean, you're probably not.
We probably should have we took 2 things of 5, but those were staggered over the course of like a couple hours.
Yes, we probably need to take them at once.
Yeah, we probably should have taken them at once, bare minimum.
Yeah.
Because I think we were so nervous about it that it made sense to keep the dosage low, but like
yeah, and I did get like super anxious during mine, so Next time we plan that, I'll try to make sure that the circumstances are a little better, but I didn't have too much control over that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
it might be easier on you over the fact that you've already done it once.
That's true, yeah, like it's not in my head anymore.
Like it's not like you know you're not gonna suddenly
die.
Yeah, you're not gonna suddenly die.
Yeah, I know what to expect at least, so like I'm not as like freaked out anymore where I'm like, oh, what if I have a panic attack? It's like, no, I've been high now, and when I get anxious, I know what it's like, and it's like, it's not fun, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Definitely tolerable.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like now that like I'm looking back at the episode at the shit I would say, and when I would say shit like, yeah, I could drive.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
I feel like I probably could have.
I mean, honestly,
Because I feel like I have had more dangerous drives coming home from college being sleepy than
fair.
like
Same.
being like, you know, driving home, commuting home on very low sleep. That has probably been way more dangerous being behind the wheel than anything. Maybe not as well as I said I could have at the time, but probably still fine.
Yeah, like
probably.
it'd be okay.
You'd survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I never got like enough where my senses felt like dulled.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, like, there was a point where, like, I kind of started to, like, disassociate a little bit, and I was losing focus. Like, again, I don't remember. We played a little bit of Wind Waker that day. I do not remember Wind Waker very well. I remember one part with the fucking leaf on the conveyor belt thing. That's it.
See, I felt fairly cognizant through most of that. For me, it was, I do remember the munchies though. That was real.
I remember that too, because I was eating Cheez-Its during Wind Waker.
Like, cause I just remember I just said fuck Mike etiquette at a certain point. And
yeah,
just,
we both did.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this, I'm starving.
because I'm like, you know what, like the thing is though, it felt weirdly natural. Like I wasn't, like it wasn't like I suddenly was like, oh, I gotta eat.
No,
It's
it was
more so-
like, fuck man, now I'm hungry.
It's more so like I was like, I didn't feel starving. It's more so I kind of looked at the goldfish next to me and I'm like, I could go for that.
Yeah.
I could really go for that right now.
Yeah.
And I just started eating it and I'm like, yeah, this is really good. You know?
Yeah.
It felt so natural. I felt like, yeah, this is just the way it should be. I'm just munching on these goldfish and that's how it should be.
It was one of those things where I remember I was eating the Cheez-Its and I was like, this is exactly what I needed, like right now. This is the perfect, snack. And then I remember I think I started getting like, my stomach was getting full. I was like, oh, no more.
See, that never happened to me. I just kind of kept eating and then I'm like, cool.
Cool.
I think he used the cannon to break some shit.
But I don't know how to get to the other
I
side.
think he used the cannon to break some shit.
But what do I break?
I think he breaks some shit.
Man, you're so fucking helpful. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. You know what? I think this channel would tank without me.
It would.
All right, we need to have the favorite Crusader poll.
The favorite Crusader
Please,
poll.
no, I don't want to do that.
No, that's what we gotta do at 2K.
No,
No,
God, I
because the
don't
problem
wanna
is
know that.
when we ask who the favorite Crusader is, we inadvertently learn who the least favorite Crusader is.
No, here's the thing.
Dan's right.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. We ask who the favorite Crusader is, and then we don't actually look at the results. We just.
Then why
Then what's
bother
the
asking?
point?
The point is, so then
Do I get like a third party to be like, all right, who's the one?
because then we find out who actually the favorite Crusader is, and it's fucking Ming.
You shouldn't have assumed.
You shouldn't have
Now we
assumed
both
it.
look foolish.
One of my main swearing stims is from one of Markiplier's FNAF videos, like early ones. It might have been in the one of his early compilations.
Yep.
It's when he's getting angry and he just shouts in a sequence, "Fuck, shit, balls, and cock."
Yeah.
That has been in my head for like the past decade as like my favorite expletive when I'm angry.
Oh wait, I think I do remember that. Yeah, fuck, shit, balls, and cock. Yeah, I remember that.
It was featured prominently in like one of those early compilations of like funny FNAF.
Oh yeah,
moments.
Mark's like rage compilations
Yeah.
from FNAF.
Yeah, you
God.
know, God,
Those bad
better
memories.
days.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not better
well,
days.
not better days.
Not
but
better days, but nostalgic days.
Nostalgic days.
Certainly nostalgic.
You know, it's actually interesting, and I'm actually curious to have this conversation with you guys, which is like a lot of people always talk like there are. What? Just the like.
Yeah, that's literally. That's
fucking YouTube poop. Sauce.
sauce.
Anyway, continue. You were saying something profound and deep.
Yeah.
Buenos dias, muchachos. It's just so interesting to me because I've had a lot of people who I've talked to who will say, you know, they're like, oh, like when I was a kid, it was a simpler time, or when I was a kid, it was like easier, or it was whatever. And it's like, oh, like those days are so nostalgic. And like I have like moments from my past, so I'm like, yeah, that was pretty nostalgic. But for the most part, I fucking hated being a kid. And and as an adult, I don't wish to go back. Like a lot of people were like, oh, when you're older, you're gonna wish you didn't like want to be an adult. You're gonna wish you were a kid again. And you're gonna yearn for these days when you're older. And like I have yet to yearn.
No yearning here. I didn't hate being a kid. I liked being a kid, and there's a lot of nostalgia for it, but I also don't like miss it in the sense where I wouldn't go back if I could.
Right.
Fair.
There's too much I would lose there's too much I would lose going back, you know what I mean? As opposed to whatever I would gain.
Right.
I don't want to go back to being fucking stupid. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, fuck no. You know, I wasn't allowed to really do anything for myself. Nobody treated me with like any level of respect. Like,
I don't want to go back to wiping my ass standing up. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I still do that, but like
going back. I was like, hold on.
I still do that. I don't know. I never really enjoyed being a kid because like people never took me seriously. People never listened to me, and people still don't. But like at least now that I'm an adult, people are more inclined to listen to me.
You could also, as an adult, tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, and just do it myself. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no one really told me that, like, I had OCD or anything like that. I just had to go fucking figure it out. And I went to go find a therapist on my own. And once I, like, grew up, I got to start making decisions for myself. Like, I decided to transition. I decided to start taking HRT. I had brought up the idea before when I was younger, and I was told basically no. And so, like, now that I'm an adult, I don't have to ask. I can just go fucking do it. So it's something where, you know, and I can, like, make memories as an adult that I can look back on and be like, oh, yeah, like, I love that. Whereas I feel like as a kid, I just don't have too many of those.
I definitely feel that. Like, I similarly, like I said, I have things I'm nostalgic for, but as far as anything, like, I genuinely, like, miss and would like, actually trade what I have now for, being allowed to, like, be on my fucking DS or 3DS during boring family dinners.
Sure. Actually, I mean, I don't even think we had that, but...
we didn't have that.
I can't read that.
What is happening?
But...
Vera can't read.
I never fucking learned how to read. I told you I didn't like being a kid.
Yeah, you heard it here first, I suppose.
But you're not Jared. You're not 19.
What?
You're right. Both of those things are right. I never fucking learned how to read. Dan, it's funny because he's referencing an old meme.
I'm referencing an old Vine.
Okay,
I'm nostalgic for Vine. Take him out back.
Hang him out to dry.
I thought I was in the danger zone when I made a road work ahead joke and no one followed it up.
Oh, I
sure hope it do.
I just chose not to respond.
God.
James would have, but he's not here.
Yeah, he probably would have just been like,
He's not here, boy.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, if he was, we'd be playing Pikmin and I'd be happy.
Yeah. You're so right.
Son of a fuck.
He's busy. He's got work stuff. He's an adult.
I don't give a shit.
Come play Pikmin.
Yeah.
Quit your job. Play Pikmin.
I wish I could have you guys quit your jobs and have your jobs be Pikmin.
That'd be
great.
amazing.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Can I not be the Pikmin this time?
Okay, well, we can't all have what we want.
Fuck.
No, I'm just kidding.
Remember, you rascals watching, you have the power to make that a reality.
That is true.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you're a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known?
I forget.
I love how that's the one we sit on.
What a great interaction.
Well, I needed to read the text, and I don't even know if I have the thing she's asking for, so...
Is someone asking you for something
Yeah, Mom's
specific?
asking me for something. I don't know if I have it, though.
What is it?
She needs a confirmation email that I paid my federal tax.
A confirmation?
I don't fucking... Shut up.
I don't even shut up.
I don't even know if I have that. And even if I did, that was like a month ago. I don't even know if the email's still in my thing.
I don't know why it wouldn't be.
Because that shit deletes after a certain amount of time. It doesn't really stay.
What are you talking about?
Excuse me.
My emails don't really stay. Like when I move them to folders, they don't really stay.
That's
It's a weird problem I've been having.
That's not how email works.
That's
No.
just what I've been experiencing, so.
that's very strange.
But I'll see if I can find it. I
you
mean,
should probably get that seen by a doctor.
Okay.
anybody got a topic?
Yeah, here's a topic.
My ass.
Here's a topic. All right. I have a cursed, I have a cursed question for you,
You
Vera.
have a cursed amulet?
You enjoy.
I have a gun.
You would consider yourself a Spyro fan. Would I
I
say
would.
So? You like Spyro. You like this little guy.
I do like this little guy.
All right. So
Fuck.
you have a brand new Spyro game
Uh-huh.
would come out.
Uh-huh.
And it would be good. It would follow in the right vein of the original.
Uh-huh.
Except, here's the monkey's paw. Spyro is only exclusively in his fucking fuck-ass Skylanders design.
I could live with that.
I could also live with that.
I could live with that. Like, I don't like it, but I could it is, if the gameplay was fine, I could live with that.
Yeah, basically, I was trying to segue into asking your opinion on Skylanders Spyro.
I don't think it's, like, horrible. Is it good? No. But, like, is it, like, the worst design of him I've ever seen? Also, no. Like, it's a good mix of, like, kind of what his modern designs and what his classic designs were going for. Like, Skylander Spyro, like, yeah, he looks like a fucking pug that's been stung by a wasp. Thank you, Cat Icarus. Like, I don't know. It's something that, like, it never really bothered me that much, the way that he looked. Because I know that whole game's aesthetic is kind of like, you know, like, raw, ugly 2000s. So, like, it wasn't something that really bothered me. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. I don't have, like, a huge problem with it. I know they're working on a Spyro 4, and it's been, like, in and out of development for so fucking long, and it might not even happen anymore,
And
but...
now to hold you over, they will release Spyro Enter the Dragonfly Remastered. It's just Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, but, like, lazily stretched to 16:9 and somehow more broken.
I think I'll personally buy every single copy and snap every disc in half.
Yeah, that game is so fucking... Like, it would be fine if it didn't run like doo-doo ass feces. Like,
Agreed.
it's so fucking ugh.
Because it just feels like a Spyro. It does feel like another Spyro game, just with like better graphics, but it just runs like dog shit.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a 3D version of, like, Season of Flame.
Oh my god.
And, like, Season of Ice, because he had, like, the different breaths and shit.
He did, which was a cool gimmick.
It
but,
was
like,
an interesting gimmick.
But like, it just was so poorly executed.
From
of course.
what I understand, the story of that game's development was a fucking nightmare. Like,
I think
I
it
believe
was.
it.
I think Enter the Dragonfly.
like multiple different teams working on it at the same time under extreme pressure and deadlines.
I could
very
fully believe
very
that.
toxic work environment. And it's
Yeah.
like the biggest like meme that I know of that comes out of that game is the fucking end credits, the end credits screen final scene, where it's like the end credits image is just the logo, a very awkward image of Spyro, and then also what's the dragonfly's name again? It's
Sparks.
And then like Sparks looking like he's getting his behoovas licked, and then
Bahuvas.
Is what?
It's Bahuvas.
What the fuck's a Bahuva?
that's for audience interpretation.
Okay.
And then
Sorry.
and then hold on, I have to find it. I have to find the image
It is Bahuvas.
Bahuva.
because
That's a crazy word.
Yeah.
Bahuva.
yep, I found it. So I'm putting it in the chat. So it's this image. Yeah, it's just the worst fucking like image to land as your final thing for the game, with the credits rolling in over it, and then this really awkward quote is like the last thing that they show in the game.
What? Wait, what?
Your work is you. Don't let you down.
Your work is you. Don't let you down.
You're
Jeez.
so right.
You know that was written at like 3 a.m. by the most overworked, depressed on his like 7th Red Bull.
7th? That's generous.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, that's 20th.
and you see what I mean about Sparks looking like he's got his behoovas licked? Like,
Yeah.
It's like someone stuck their tongue in his ass. And he's like, "Wah!"
And also
thorax.
Yeah.
And also Spyro looks like he's holding in a sneeze.
Do you know what Sparks looks like in that image?
What was that?
He looks like Woody. Wow, Woody.
Oh my god. But here's the thing, like that image, like that's not a moving image. That is a still.
No, that's a still frame.
That is a still frame that the credits roll over
That's awesome.
in that game.
God's little perfect game.
Your work is you.
Your work is you. Don't let you down. I'm putting that on a t-shirt. That's so funny. Do you think a programmer wrote that to himself?
Maybe.
Like,
No, as motivation to keep going and not kill himself during the death of the
20 minutes before he killed himself.
Oh my god.
That's him just saying, just gotta get to the deadline.
3 a.m. and he's like, he has like coffee mugs like all over his desk.
That's like your
Coffee mugs, more like coffee jugs.
Your motivational poster is just a fucking sticky note with that quote in it.
I don't know why I thought of like a motivational poster. You know how they always have like those posters of like a cat hanging in a tree? It's just like, hang in there, pussy.
Yeah.
That's not what it says, but
It's okay.
not what I'm called.
The more I think about it, the more the phrase "your work is you," it sounds really dystopian.
I mean, yeah.
You are never more than your job.
Yeah, it does sound very dystopian.
I know that's not what it means. I know what it's trying to say. I know it's saying it's like saying what you create is a reflection of who you are. You know, I'm
Your
assuming
work is you.
that's me reading that very generously. So was there any more? What happened after that with Spyro?
Oh, the whatever the fuck, the Eternal Night one or whatever.
Yeah,
Spyro Orange.
it's when he got edgy.
That too, yeah.
That did happen. Yeah, that was kind of Spyro 5. That one sucked ass.
It's like I know.
My favorite thing is when you finish a minigame and it says you did it, and he's like, it's the goofy.
It's so funny how
shit.
Crash and Spyro kind of had mirrored histories.
I did love that, actually. I love that a lot.
Or
like
it's like,
that.
if you think about it, Enter the Dragonfly is kind
Wrath of Cortex.
Wrath of Cortex, but worse.
Yeah. At least Wrath of Cortex had the courtesy to be playable.
That is true.
Some people like Wrath of Cortex.
I like
Wrath of Cortex.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
We're
does
some people.
Spyro have like a Twin Sanity equivalent?
Enter
no. No.
It doesn't get that type of treatment.
No.
So
Spyro never recovered.
So Enter the Dragonfly happened, and then Spyro kind of just never came back.
Spyro spiraled.
Spyro spiraled. He became a Skylander. Sold some toys,
he
and then
became edgy.
Yeah.
And then, I guess Hero's Tale was their Twin Sanity.
Oh yeah, that would have been.
Okay, you know what? I'll give Hero's Tale its just dues. That one's kind of fun.
That's also where one of the greatest Cartridge Crusaders jokes came from.
Oh, mine.
Yeah.
oh
Shit, your money. That one.
oh you're right, we did. Fuck, you're right. We did play a Spyro game before the gen.
Yeah.
God, I fucking forgot that's what that came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played, that is the Twin Sanity for Spyro, is Hero's Tale. Almost actually exactly, because you had the shitty, tried to replicate the originals, and then the one that spun off and tried to do its own style and kind of did it right.
And it was kind of a cult classic as a result.
Yeah, it was semi-successful because of that. Holy shit. They really do have a mirrored history.
And then you have your trilogy, modern remakes, followed
Game Boy games.
Yeah, followed by a proper fourth game that is more of a sequel to the originals that ignores the fact that the other, litany of shit exists, which technically doesn't exist yet, but it shall.
Yeah, it's been in and out of development. I heard it got canceled and I heard it got brought back. At this point, who the fuck knows anymore?
Well, I don't know. I mean, from the looks of it, this game came out around the time that Crash Warped came out.
Yeah,
so...
no, Spyro came out like way later than Crash.
Yeah,
like by the time Crash's original trilogy had wrapped up, Spyro
it was just starting.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So
it may be a hot minute before we get Spyro 4, if we get a Spyro 4.
well, they were gonna actually. It was supposed to come out like years ago.
Well, doesn't it all depend on how much Activision actually gives a fuck?
Pretty much.
Because
Partially.
because it could have been, because to be fair, Spyro could just be a victim of time once again. Crash Insane Trilogy was like a miracle because Crash was kind of in Activision purgatory for a while.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, let's do something new let's bring the old Crash games back. And then it was successful, and then that success is what allowed Crash 4 to happen.
Yeah.
And then I think because of the Insane trilogy doing well is why Activision also, did the green light for Spyro.
Yeah.
For the Spyro trilogy, and that did well, I believe.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Yes.
I know a lot of people really liked it.
So they, they're like, okay, cool. We do Crash 4. We're going to do Spyro 4. And then Crash 4 comes out and it does really well. Well, what happens right after Crash 4 comes out? That's when
they fire everyone.
Yeah, that's when Activision decides we're going to do nothing but Call of Duty from now on because the Call of Duty projects were getting so fucking expensive. They're like, you know what? Fuck it. Everyone's making Call of Duty. Toys for Bob, you're making Call of Duty. Fucking
Call of Duty made by Toys for Bob.
Fucking Vicarious Visions, you're doing Call of Duty as well. Pretty much every subsidiary for Activision was like, yeah, drop all your personal projects. You're working on fucking Warzone.
That's fucking disgusting, especially the direction that Call of Duty has gone at this point.
Well, it's funny. Well, it's funny because Toys for Bob was working on Spyro 4, and then like Toys for Bob like more or less had to like disband and leave. Wasn't it Microsoft is where they were?
Yes.
Like they had an office, they had a whole thing. They got downsized, and then they got like they
oh yeah, you're right. That was a thing with Microsoft.
Yeah, and then like they had the project shifted around, and like Spyro 4 more or less had to either go back on the shelf or canceled.
Once again, Microsoft again.
Yeah, always Microsoft.
Yeah, well, because they bought Activision Blizzard, and that has been the cause of many of their modern issues because they spent $69 billion buying Activision Blizzard and then decided, hey, we can't afford to actually spend this money, so let's shut down all of our shoots. Like that's how fucking Tango Game works, where they released the Evil Within games, and then they did Hi-Fi Rush, which was super successful.
Such a good game.
Yeah, which was super successful. I love Hi-Fi. I haven't even played that much of Hi-Fi Rush, and I've loved every second of what I've actually played.
I haven't beaten it, but I got pretty far. It's so good.
Yeah, they had Hi-Fi Rush, which sold well and was a Game of the Year nominee, and they still shut down that studio. And then you had your Deadpool "He Has Risen, Baby Girl" moment because somehow Tango Gameworks still came out from the ashes because I think they had a publisher or someone who like bought them out at the last second to save them from being completely executed by Microsoft.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of micro slop, it gets worse.
This level has 400 gems. Fuck you.
Yeah, that gives me time. I know I always have something new to say because it gets worse.
It always does. The horrors, they persist always.
So, do you remember how a little bit ago they announced that Halo remake, and I said
Combat Evolved with the AI in it, probably.
Well, yeah, that's like, what I said? I said it probably has AI in it, which made me go, thanks. And I said like my reason for suspecting that is because Microsoft forces AI into all their projects right now, even if they have nothing to do with it.
And the art director quit.
And the art director quit. So the art director quit under very vague reasons, saying like, don't compromise on your values or whatever.
Yeah.
And he also said that like in several months, and like I said,
I know.
He said in like the next year, like he said he'll give like a full breakdown of what happened when he's in a safe legal position to do so. Mm-hmm. So he finally came out with his testimonial.
Yeah.
And it's bad. It's really bad. So here's the thing. I was wrong. It had nothing to do with AI slop being used in the Halo remake.
Oh, okay.
Which, that's kind of nice. It turns out that it's somehow worse.
Oh, good.
I see.
Good.
Well, actually, no. I don't know. Well, bad, but in a different way. Not so much them forcing the devs to use AI slop as it is some of the worst, like, harassment and just evil business practices being conducted behind closed doors at Microsoft and Halo Studios. As in, basically,
they were pulling out the flails and the whips and the chains.
Might as well.
And they were like, "Get back to work." And it was like, whoosh.
Might as well. Like, reported of some extreme workplace harassment that would then result in like retaliatory shit if you try to report it to HR ignoring shit.
Fun.
Pretty much every workplace complaint being buried, and if you made a complaint, having shit, being tossed back at you.
Jesus.
Microsoft doing its thing where they would come up with excuses to fire problem employees as employees who made complaints.
Oh my God.
And this just creating just a toxic culture. And this has nothing to do with like any of the actual like hard-working devs.
Right.
Or like just trying to make cool games.
Yeah.
It's all the corporate bureaucracy surrounding it that makes it like impossible to work.
Yeah.
And just makes a very toxic environment. So yeah, he basically came out with the receipts. He basically came out saying, yeah, this is everything that happened. Here are screenshots of emails and conversations. Here's everything I've compiled over the past year of how corrupt
up and corrupted
this bullshit is.
Wow.
Damn.
And it's
legend.
It basically set everything on fire.
Dude, I can't wait for Moist Critical's video. The Microsoft situation is crazy.
Oh, it already happened.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Let's see, how long ago? See how accurate you are to the title.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm getting like hacking all over the place. I'm just like I'm so parched, and I'm still getting my allergies.
The allergies.
I'm so parched. I love that word. I'm
It's a good
parched. I love Justin's scarce use of fancy words. Like sometimes you'll just like pull out like a 4-cent word, and I'm like, oh, it's awesome. I love that.
4 cents, that's pretty good.
Just barely a nickel.
Yeah, so basically, it's they're just digging themselves a bigger and bigger grave, and it makes me bummed out because like I was like almost excited to for the Halo remake, more because I just want to play anything new Halo related, but like I just can't in good conscience, honestly.
It's like me with Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah,
It's like I'm not gonna give money to that waste of oxygen.
And it's just like it's the environment is so toxic, and then not to mention the whole funding a genocide thing. But
yeah, exactly.
Which it's like doesn't make it any easier to support.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm like, I realize I just don't have to.
No, if you watch that new Harry Potter show, you're dead to me. I hope you know that.
It's also so fucking unnecessary and stupid. Like,
no, I mean, she's literally only doing it so she can get money so she can kill us. That's literally all she's doing. That's it. And if you're like, but I have to watch it. Fuck you. No, you don't.
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, listen,
like honestly, like you don't have to keep breathing.
Why don't you fucking pirate it like the rest of us?
Yeah. Or just
maybe you won't have to contribute to her fucking bullshit and her trends if you can just
her doomsday cult.
Just fucking pirate it like the rest of us.
Or if you just want to enjoy better art, guilt-free, pirate the originals.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Or heck, I don't know. Maybe find a better series.
There's plenty of others.
That's fair. I mean, that's asking a lot of millennials.
Now you're so right.
That's like their religion.
That's like if I was like, guys, you know what? Maybe we should watch something that's better than Disney.
I mean, there are a lot of things that are at least on par with Disney.
Yeah, like I'm not,
tell a Disney adult
like,
to get something better than Disney.
Yeah, like I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, that's gonna be like a white knighting saying like anything. If we're gonna start making a list of everything that has controversial ties and like saying to cut it from your life, it's gonna be a lot of shit.
Oh yeah,
because and
there's like maybe a handful of things in life that are completely guilt-free and justified.
And I'm sure and I'm sure there's people maybe even in the comment section right now who will make the point of like, oh, you're a hypocrite because you say you're not gonna buy this for this reason, but you're fully okay with supporting this when the creator eats babies. Yeah, at some point you gotta pick and choose your battles.
Yeah,
and it's like, and I feel like this. There's a certain point where you can't, what they say, like there's no such thing as ethical consumption under capitalism.
Yeah, there's also like, I just want to say this for the record, there's also a huge difference between watching something where somebody is racist and watching something that somebody made who's actively killing people.
Yeah, that's
it's like she literally said like every cent that goes towards this is going into this fund where I'm going to kill people.
See,
is it killing?
See,
or is it, what is it? Is it like, is it an organization that just like fights against it, or are they killing?
Should I look this up?
That's what I want to know.
I thought it's more about lobbying governments to be.
I think it's government lobbying.
I think it's mainly about government lobbying to introduce more like anti-trans policies.
Yeah, it's more about preventing than it is about killing, I think.
But the thing is, they give an inch, they'll go a mile.
Well, yeah, I mean they've already started like targeting us in the U.S.
Yeah, if prevention is considered okay, then killing will eventually be on the table.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like a slippery slope. That's why you don't give them an inch.
I spoke out because I remember the rest of the fucking poem.
I'm not saying like we're all perfect saints who do never contribute to anything controversial. Like obviously most of the stuff we purchase and buy, we all have iPhones. Like that were probably made in a sweatshop in I forget where.
Yeah, but somewhere.
Exactly. Like we all have some level of blood on our hands, but there's a certain point when, and like you can't.
It is so direct.
Yeah, you can't beat yourself up for all the blood for contributing to some things on some levels, because at some point you can always make the argument it's gonna happen with or without you. But there's a certain point when if someone is like actively, violently bragging about the awful shit that you're allowing them to do.
That's totally
And
different.
there is a very clear cause and effect between your purchasing power and their ability to do bullshit. Then that's when it's like maybe you stand for something at that point.
Yeah. Yes, Dan, it seems you've looked into it.
So I went onto Reddit because I'm like, what better
The most reliable source.
Yeah, and it's on an LGBT Reddit, so I'm like, oh, this should be interesting.
Yeah, it's probably.
Someone put a post that literally gave a list of like Rowling's crimes.
Oh, fun.
There's like 16 things here.
Jeez.
She publicly mocked trans-inclusive language.
Awesome.
Claimed the existence of trans women is an attempt to erase women. Promoted a store selling anti-trans merch such as fuck your pronouns and trans women or men pins. Publicly stated support for a woman who was fired for saying gender can't be changed. Her anti-trans essay, Turf Wars, was cited in Blocking the Equality, has repeatedly insinuated that trans women are criminals who will use women's spaces to assault girls, wrote a book about a man who dressed up as a woman to get away with his crimes, publicly states opposition to trans rights legislation, created a cis-only support center, tweeted married Turfmas.
TERF stands for trans exclusion, like trans excluding radical feminist.
Got it. I was like, what does that even mean?
I honestly didn't know what it meant for the longest time either, but yeah, it's so dumb.
Wore a t-shirt by Posey Parker attacking Nicola Sturgeon for being a trans ally.
See, if I had to pick between TERFs, I would pick their TERFs opposite, which I'm calling them TIRMs. TIRM, which is trans inclusive radical misogynists.
What the fuck?
Which are
What are people who like they respect trans women but they're still misogynistic?
yes, because I remember seeing I saw like a Tumblr post about this where they say like someone had a coworker who's so misogynistic but they're trans including.
That's insane.
Where they're like they hate women, but trans women are women because in their eyes only women would want to be women.
Wow.
You know what?
And
it's hard to be mad.
And they support trans men because any numbers we can steal from them are.
That's fucking
That is
crazy.
such a toxic fucking thing, but I love that.
Did you get through a whole list?
No.
Oh, great. Keep going.
Has never once distanced herself from any of the many openly self-declared TERFs who quote her. Wrote a second book about a stand-in for herself being murdered by trans right activists. Has met and been photographed with a group of TERFs that declare all transsexuals rape women's bodies. Publicly praised Matt Walsh for his movie What is a Woman? And finally, referred to trans women as men in dresses. YouTubers, blah, blah, blah. Sean, Jamie Dodger, and ContraPoints have all done video essays about J.K. Rowling and her transphobia, going into more detail about the above.
What a bitch.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I think she's just jealous because she's fucking miserable. And she can't tolerate herself, and I have found peace and inner happiness through myself and through my gender expression. And I think that aggravates her that I'm happy.
I'm saying she's jealous because you're a better woman than she'll ever be.
Exactly.
Fuck, that's awesome.
God, I'm more of a woman than you'll ever be. There's a dick in my shorts.
I love that sentence. I'm more of a woman you'll ever be, and I have a dick in my shorts.
I'm sorry, just the phrase is a dick in my shorts. It's so fucking funny. I'm gonna use that end sentences from now on.
I have a dick in my shorts.
It's like you think you're hungry. I'm hungry, and I have a dick in my shorts.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
I've been using that a lot more lately where people are like, I've just stopped being like tactful. I've been a lot more crude about it lately where people are like, oh, you're transitioning so heavy. I was like, no, there's still a dick in my shorts. And they're like, oh, okay.
There's a dick in my pants.
It just sounds like it's like your pocket, like you're carrying one around.
Yeah, it's just in case.
Pocket dick, obviously.
Yeah, I need it sometimes.
That's
You
what they
never
call
know.
a dildo.
That looks like a dildo.
Yeah, that looks like a dildo.
But yeah, I don't know.
So anyway, fuck J.K. Rowling.
Fuck
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling. Fuck transphobes. Fuck TERFs. Listen, I've said this, I've said this before. I don't fucking understand what the big deal is. We don't fucking do. We don't do anything. We literally are just trying to exist, and people are like, oh, they're turning me gay. They're coming over and they're gonna kiss me in the bathroom, and I'm like, bro, if I'm in the bathroom, like, you better stay fucking 10 feet away from me. I don't want to touch you.
It's the same thing. It's the fact that like nine times out of 10 homophobes are closeted gay people.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
it's like, I feel like what happens is every transphobe is just afraid they're gonna is made up a fantasy in their head that they're gonna accidentally like have sex with a trans person and like it. Which, to be fair, you wouldn't be so lucky.
That is a weirdly preconceived notion that I'm starting to pick up on. Where it's just like, oh, but if they come near me, they're gonna hit on me. It's just like, but you're ugly.
Yeah, I'm like
It is so funny because it's that phrase, right? It's like bisexual doesn't mean I like you. Like it's like that thing where people are like, oh well, if you're bi, then clearly like. And it's like, no, dude. Like,
No, man.
I still have standards, bro.
Just
like,
because I eat meat doesn't mean I want lamb.
Yeah, like that's so funny.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I was literally talking to Ellie about it the other day, and she was just like, she was like, oh, like, because we were talking about my sexuality, and she's like, I don't want to sound disrespectful or anything. She's like, but I'm just so curious, like, what do you see in like males, like dating males? I was like, well, there is the obvious answer, which is penis. Dick! Yeah. I was like, there's the obvious answer, which is penis. And she goes, yeah, but you don't need a man for that. And I was like, are you off? But it was just funny because I was just like, you're not wrong. Like, I don't need a man for that. But like, there are other reasons why I like men, but like, that's one of them.
God damn.
Well, like, women can have penises. I have penis, and I'm a woman.
Yes.
There's a dick in my shorts.
There's a dick in my shorts.
The world's so fucking weird and full of people.
Everything's made up. Also,
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what does it fucking matter? Everything's made up anyway.
Yeah.
Money, capitalism.
listen,
Yeah. The sky's the limit when you're making shit up.
That's what I've been saying.
You made a whole video about this. Like, just do shit and stop caring about what it means you are.
I did make a whole video about that, and you can go check it out at the Vera Connolly channel. But you're so right, though. But you're fucking right. It's like, it's that thing of like, who fucking gets it? The video, like, our obsession with labels, fucking befuddles
Like,
me.
listen, like, I'm a straight guy. I mean, Dan, I imagine you are too.
I'm pretty sure I am.
From what I
That's been
understand.
called into question.
But like, that's what. But it's like, I don't like. It's not really a label I care about. I just happen to have two qualifications that put me in that camp, which is that I like women exclusively, and I'm not a fan of dick. So it's like
Fair.
Understandable. That's a personal preference.
So those are my two personal preferences, and fortunately or unfortunately, it slots me into a very common box of other people that feel very similarly. That's kind of like the norm, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Sure.
But like I don't treat it as like a default. I treat it as like the preference. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, it's literally, and also you're fucking cool. So like, it's
yeah,
fine.
Exactly, because I have a dick in my shorts.
Yeah, exactly. We all have a dick in our shorts.
Yes.
Why does my phone keep going off? Leave me alone.
Who's trying to contact?
So many fucking people are messaging me right now, and it's stressing me out.
It's Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
What the fuck do these
Leave me
people
alone.
want?
I'm recording with my cool friends.
Yeah.
As opposed to your uncool friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a few of those.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've gotten rid of pretty much all of them at this point, so
Nice.
fuck the gems, whatever. I got all the dragons. I only have cool friends, so if you're friends with me, I got good news for you.
And if you're not cool, guess what, bucko?
You ain't gonna last. You will never see the dick in my shorts. I'm kidding.
I would die happy if I never saw the dick in your shorts.
I would too. No one in this room needs to see the dick in my shorts.
No.
That's okay. I reserve that for very special people.
That's fair.
And not that you guys aren't special to me, but that's not
all right.
not that special.
Not that special.
Not that much fun.
There are degrees of special. There are different flavors. We're not that flavored.
I agree. There are different degrees of special.
What flavor would that be? If it was
partner, I don't know.
No. I'm saying if there was a flavor, what flavor would it be?
Well, would it be your favorite flavor, or would it have to be a specific one?
I think it would have to be a specific flavor.
Strawberry, because it's so sweet.
I would say bologna because cold hot dog.
What the fuck is wrong with Fuck, okay. Well, it's hard to argue that.
What the fuck?
Oh, we're just spitballing here. Bologna.
Yeah, because your insides taste like ham.
Well, I'm just saying. Like, what does bologna taste like, but just an uncooked hot dog?
I hate how right you are.
So.
What the fuck are these guys doing? They're just running off the cliff.
I feel like that feels right for the company you keep of fellow of who is observed schlong.
Well, Justin, you have somebody you can ask.
I guess, yeah. Fair enough. I guess fair enough. But it's like, yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah.
I am so lost right now.
We're waiting for Justin to make a phone call. No, I'm just kidding.
My brain was like, where did we go? Oh, okay.
How here?
Do I know this person, or is that somebody else?
No, fucking girlfriend, Dan.
We're talking about Meg. See, I was also confused because
Sucky peenie.
because I thought we were talking about a coalition of penis havers observing the other penises.
No,
The coalition of penis havers.
The coalition of penis havers.
Or cough.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no.
I'm seeing the logo. I'm seeing the logo. You know what you gotta finish before this episode comes out.
No thanks. I would rather talk to Trondo.
See,
Why is that his name?
I don't know.
That sounds like shit I'd make up.
Do you think he's a cough member?
He must
Are
be.
we just gonna start fucking saying that if we think somebody is a penis?
They're a cough member? Coalition of...
Do we have his cough membership
The
card?
Bulge, a cough member.
It's like his
Yeah.
they all have their membership cards.
Oh, because members, I get it.
Yeah.
That's a good joke. That's a good pee-pee joke.
Yeah,
I
and
wasn't
the
even thinking
secret...
that was a coinky dink.
Oh, go dink.
The secret handshake is they turn their
Heads and cough.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna fucking say that.
and they know if that shit's fake.
This is the stupidest fucking thing ever.
I know.
But it's awesome. Everyone in this room is a cough member.
That is true.
Yeah.
Everyone got their membership cards. I had to get mine renewed when I transitioned.
Imagine if someone was secretly not, and they were like hiding amongst us. A secret imposter. A cop.
Nope. I still sword fight. I swear.
God.
No, I only got hard one time. It's fine.
It was with the homies.
It was one time.
I had socks on.
Yes. the craziest fucking
Animal genitalia is something I try to keep out of my brain. I was on YouTube Shorts earlier because I sometimes can't help myself.
I mean, yeah,
Understandable,
it happens to the
yeah.
best of us.
Because there's nothing that there is no more brainless activity for me than doom scrolling on YouTube Shorts, but it
Yeah.
somehow keeps happening. Like I hate doing it, yet it somehow keeps happening like every day because I'll just be like on YouTube like, oh, I see a short. What was that? And then like 5 minutes go by and I'm just mindlessly swiping on shorts.
So did you see furry porn? Is that where this is leading?
No, I know that would have been fine. I'm talking
That
about.
is true. Furry porn is very good.
That would have been
Okay.
fine. Like it's like I said, is it my flavor? Not particularly, but you know what? I can respect it. I didn't
Fair.
like seeing a female horse in heat
How did you know it was in heat?
because that was the topic of the video.
Oh,
I figured it had to have been something like
Because it was
that.
like it was
who fucking made the video, Mr. Hands?
Well, no, because it was basically like
I hate
it was
this.
like a mom on a farm with her young kid going to see the horses, but one of the horses was on heat, and it was really obvious because I'm like, wow, that's visual. I'm like,
It's visual?
Yeah, steam was coming off of it.
might as well have been, because I'm just gonna say shit was dripping.
Oh,
Whoa, okay.
damn, that horny, damn.
I almost want to look that up.
And I'm like, that was like, I was not expecting that. I'm like, okay, cool. That's a visual I'm not going to be able to get out of my head for a while.
Nah, you'll be fine.
It's like the first time you see the red rocket.
Rockets, rockets, rockets.
Yeah, I remember when I saw my first Soviet satellite.
What?
Get us up, making me laugh.
I really got you with that one.
Well, it's because I started laughing and then I started coughing because it's like it's what's triggering my allergies right now.
Yeah.
What a weird thing to go from The Matrix to cough.
The Matrix
Yeah.
is green, and also.
How did we get from the Matrix to horse cock?
No, it wasn't horse cock. It was horse vagina.
Drippy
Yeah.
vajiji.
Gigi vajiji.
Okay, fucking bye.